Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kay Turkey, and I'm here to speak about everything. Everything that will help you live your life consciously, live with intention, live with a purpose, live in a way that you don't react, but you respond. You live in a way where you feel centered, you feel grounded, you are able to create because now you feel safe, you feel in your power, you feel equal. You don't feel like I need to be certain way so that I don't trigger anybody, so that I don't cause any tension, so that I don't get into trouble. You believe in yourself so much, you trust yourself so much that you put yourself in places that you would never put before. This is what we're going to talk about here, and this is what we are going to learn throughout this journey, because this is the journey that I have been through. I lived a very fearful life. I was the scared girl, whether it's in school, madrasa, home, like whenever there is like punishment, whenever there is like, oh my God, we're going to be told off, or like I was the sensitive one. I was the last one. I would run away. And sometimes like I remember in school or madrasa, I would go around the whole school, class, whatever, just the teacher running behind me saying, please forgive me, teacher, don't punish me, I will never do that again. That's after everybody has been punished. I'm the one who's running away because I used to be so sensitive. I just used to be terrified with any kind of discomfort, whatever it is. If it's uncomfortable for me, like physical, or whether it's somebody just talking with a loud, angry or aggressive voice, my whole system just goes like, oh my God, run for your life. You are not safe. So I lived most of my life in that state, protecting myself, not feeling safe, survival, contracted, always just, am I safe? Am I safe? And this is usually a role that we create when we are kids. So at a very young age, we all go through stuff, and then we start learning that I cannot be like this. I have to be like this in order to keep myself safe, right? We create these protectors, and these protectors are what they put us in this role that we start playing. We needed to play that role as kids because we would probably die or something bad will happen to us. You know, if when we do something and we feel like, okay, if I do this, I get punished, then we change our behavior. We start behaving in a way that we don't get in trouble. We become pleasers, we become performers, we become all of this, whatever it is that's needed in our environment in order for us to survive. The thing is, at a very young age, that's where our beliefs, the core beliefs are formed. That is where our programming begins, right? So what happens is most of us, what ends up happening is we still continue playing that role as adults. So now as adults, we're not in the same environment. It's not the same danger. We are capable now. We are adults. We can trust ourselves. We can ask for support. If somebody abandons us now, we're not going to die. We can survive as adults. As a child, on the other side, you can't survive if your parents abandon you, right? So you had to play that role. But as adults, most of us don't realize that. And we still continue to play this role. So my role was like, I'm scared. I'm not safe. People are just like hurting me, and I always need to protect myself. So because that was my role, I was attracting, if you are a victim, you need persecutor. Like, it's a movie, it's a triangle. So it depends what role you are playing. If you go out there and say, yeah, I'm a victim every time this happens to me, okay, you're going to get your persecutor, because you cannot be a victim without somebody being there doing something to you that makes you feel a victim. And then you're waiting for hero. Where's my hero? Come on, hero, help me. So when you start realizing that you are in your own little play in your head, you are creating this character. This is a role that you're playing. When I realized that, everything changed. I realized, oh my God, there's nobody controlling me anymore. I am 40 years old. The reason people are controlling me because I am still playing a role of a victim. And when I'm playing a role of a victim, of course there's going to be persecutor. So I need to come out of this role. And when that happened, that's when I got my power back. That's when you act differently. This is what we need. This is what our system needs. We cannot just change by watching more YouTube videos, by doing more work, by like reading more books. It's by having a different experience. Or by having the same experience, but acting differently than we did. That's when our body realized, oh, there's a different reality. There's a different truth. Oh, I don't have to act the way I did before. Then our system start feeling confident, start feeling the power starts coming back, because now you're like, okay, it's different now. I can speak for myself. I can be my own hero. I can protect myself. I don't need to look for somebody to come and protect me. I create my own hero. And you put that little girl down there and you speak to her. Whenever she feels like a victim, you don't go out there and let her take over you, thinking that, oh my God, I'm controlled, I'm this, I'm that. It's about learning to sit with that part, regulating it, and you as an adult acting on its behalf, giving it what it didn't have then. Safety, love, security, whatever it is, reassurance, whatever it is that part of yours needs, you need to be the one that gives it. So when I realized that, everything changed. This is where I got back my power. This is where, and it wasn't something that, oh my God, today I realized and then tomorrow it's like, woohoo. No. Oh my God, it was years of work, because it's like, there's so much conditioning. It's not just one. This is years and years and years and years of behaving certain way until we believe that this is how we are. So in order for us to create a different belief, we need to repeat doing things differently. So we create new neuroplasticity, It's like, this was how we behave, but now we are behaving differently. And this is when we go from, oh my God, I'm not safe, oh my God. And my heart is with you if you are really not safe, because yes, sometimes it is true. I have been there where I was really not safe, but also I was willing to get hurt, but no longer being able to just tolerate whatever it is that was going on. Like, I decided it's okay whether I die or I become free, but I'm no longer gonna be quiet and not speak and not express my anger. So that was my personal experience. I'm not telling you to go out there. Maybe you are indifferent. I knew the people that I challenged. I knew, I trusted that they loved me so much that they could not just hurt me so badly. They were angry. Usually people who are controlling us, who are telling us what to do, who are making us feel like we are in a cage, it's not because they are bad people. That's their fear. That's how they have learned to play the roles. So you were playing a role of being controlled by them, right? And now suddenly you are becoming this version that they can't control. Of course, their system is gonna panic, and they're just gonna sometimes react in a way that they're not even aware of what they're doing. So it's about doing it in the safest way, right? Doing it from love. What I didn't do it from love. I just exploded and I made things words for myself. But when we can do the work and become in this place where we can speak from a grounded place, from love, and help the other understand how we feel, it's more helpful than when we can just go and say like, you're not gonna control me anymore. Da, 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 da. Anyways, we'll go deeper in all that. What I want to talk about today is most of the time, if you are feeling like you are controlled, you are not living the life that you want. Some people are stopping you, they're talking about you, they are judging you, they're criticizing you. It's not the outside. This is something that happened to you when you were young, and now you have internalized these voices. You have made them your own. And now, even though those people are not there anymore, you could be in a completely different country, away from all those people that have been criticizing you, but you would still criticize yourself. You would still think that these people are going to hurt you, they're going to judge you, they're going to criticize you, because it no longer is them, it's you. It's you have programmed these voices in you. Our psyche works that way. When we are young and when we are criticized or judged or shamed by doing something, what happens? We become that voice so that we can watch ourselves, so that we don't get into that same situation again. So if I did something and then I got punished, and that punishment for me, like, I was very sensitive. So whenever I get punished, I learn straight away that I can't do this again. So what happens? I create a voice within me that controls, that protects me so that I don't get to that situation again, right? So this voice now becomes my reality. And until I'm adult, this voice is there. So whenever, for example, if it was not locking the door, every time I'm not locking the door, the voice is like, are you stupid? Depends how I was told. If that was the way I was told, that's the way I'm going to speak to myself. Are you stupid? Come on, lock the door. And I'm like, I need to lock the door. So it's not the outside. It's nobody now telling me what to do, but I'm still going to think people are forcing me to lock the door because I don't want to do it. But then I've created this protector that's always here telling me what to do. And I don't know how to not tell it. This is when we say like, oh my God, I have two voices within me. One is saying this, one is saying that. Most of the time, the other voice is what you have taken from parents, school, kids, teachers, your environment before, how they judged you. So now you are judging yourself. And then the other voice is probably just you wanting to be curious, wanting to do something, right? So most of the time, these voices are not ours. And the work and what I am here and why I created this place for me to be able to share whatever it is that I have learned is how to no longer let this voice that keeps on telling you, you need to let the door to be in control, to lead your life, to make you now, it's like this is the voice that's telling you how you can and you cannot live. So deep inside, you want to live your life in a certain way, but then this voice is always telling you, no, 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 no. Don't you dare. And then now you feel like, oh my God, I cannot live my life. Oh my God, I feel so guilty. Today, I just didn't cook for my son. I feel so guilty. Where did that guilt come from? What part of you is feeling guilty? It's about learning to listen to these voices, to question where they're coming from, and to feel that feeling that we avoided, because most of the time what we were avoiding to create these roles is to be seen as bad mothers, bad women, bad daughters, we wanted to be, I'm a good girl. I am a good mother. I'm a good wife. I'm an amazing woman. I cook, I clean, I take care of the kids, I do everything perfectly. But deep down, there's this voice that is like, oh my God, I wish I could just go to that girl's trip as well. But I feel so guilty. Who is making you feel guilty? What is that voice? And what will happen if you sit with that discomfort of, okay, I'm a bed bum for today. Anyways, like I said, this is not something that you can do in a day. Maybe some people can, but it's years of programming. And sometimes we don't even realize we're doing that. Sometimes it doesn't even hit you. You'll be like, is she crazy? What is she talking about? Yes, of course, I need this. I had clients who would say like, but forget about client. I used to be that client as well to my therapist. I was like, you don't understand me. Because you are not from my country and you are not religious. You don't understand. And I actually ran away from her. I was like, I don't know, this girl, she just doesn't get me. And that's okay because that's where I was at. A few months later, I went back to her. I was like, I get you. Let's continue. I want to do this. I was not ready. She's like, I knew. That's why I didn't call you. So everything depends on the level of consciousness, how aware we are, and how willing are we to do the work. Over here, I'm going to talk about so many different experiences that I went through myself and how, because it's all about just changing how we view experience. You know, we usually remember just one side of the story and we make that our reality. And the work is to see a different perspective and make that your reality so you don't suffer, so you can live this life just happily, you know, in just not in survival, not in a way that you are just suffering, you are in pain, you are sad. Like, you know, we can change that by just changing how we view what happened to us as not something that happened to us, but it happened for us. Like, I'm so grateful for everything that I went through. I went through a lot, but I'm grateful for all that because if I had not gone through all that, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't feel the way I feel today. I wouldn't be living my life consciously, knowing that I am doing this. I wouldn't be able to understand the world the way I do now. And it's so beautiful to see things differently, like to change perspective, because I was like, oh my God, my whole life I used to see this thing as this, and it's like I can see any version of it. Wow. And that's why I created this place. I want to share these experiences. I want to help you, you know, maybe be that guide who can help you, help yourself, live your life differently, become your own CEO, you know that you can create whatever life it is that you want to live. You don't have to live your life still playing the role that a child created. Whatever role you are playing, it was not created by an adult. It was created by a younger version of you. And that was the best they could do with the experience, the mindset, the knowledge that they had. But now you are an adult. You know better. You are capable. You have support. You can ask for support, you know, and you got yourself. So you can create life differently, and life can be exactly the way you want. You just got to learn how to. So if you are ready to transform your life, to live the life of your dreams, just keep watching these videos. And also, you can email me so that I do have my weekly newsletter where I go in depth on how to go deeper, how to understand yourself, how to just be aware of the things that we are not even aware, our habits, our roles, because we have so many with so many different people. And how do we know that am I like playing a role right now? And it's not about playing a role or not playing a role. It's about, am I conscious? Because you can play a role. It's like acting. People go there, they act, but they know it's a movie. They know I'm doing this consciously. Once I'm done, I'm going back to my character, who I am. I'm not going to stay in this character of a movie, right? So it's not about not playing a role. You can play a role. Maybe you are with people who love to pretend certain way, and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to be like them. I'm just going to play a role, pretend I'm like them. But you are aware. You're aware that this is not me. You're aware when they say something, you're not going to take it personally because you are grounded. You are centered. You're not going to react. You are in your senses, right? So this is the goal. The goal is to just do whatever it is that you want to do, but do with an intention. Do it because you know what you are doing. You respect your choice. You trust your choice. You accept it. Like, okay, I need to stay with this person. Respect. Consciously, yes, I chose. I could choose anything right now. I could be like traveling the world. I'm choosing this. And it's a conscious decision. I'm choosing this because my child is still 1 year old and I want my child to be with the father or to be with this family. So it's a conscious choice. I'm gonna be uncomfortable. I don't like this environment, but I'm doing it for my child and I'm choosing this consciously. I respect my choice. I trust my choice. I accept my choice, and I got me. I'm feeling grateful for the life that I have, and I'm gonna try my best to make this more smoother for myself so that I don't suffer here. This is the goal. It's about consciously choosing whatever it is that you want to do, but knowing that you have a choice. You always have a choice. What you are choosing, where you are, if you feel like you are complaining, you feel like a victim, then you are not realizing that you have a choice. You are there unconsciously. You feel like, that's it, this is the end of the world, I'm stuck here. No. We always have a choice. It's just every choice has a price to pay. Sometimes the price is self-abandonment, but sometimes the price can be abandoning the people you always cared for. It's your decision what you end up choosing. Thank you so much. So I'll be seeing you in other videos. If you resonated with this message and if you would like to be part of this community, then keep coming back. I will be posting my videos every week with different topics. Also, if you have something that you want me to talk about, something that you are struggling with, something that you want to understand more of, please do comment down below, and I shall be talking about that. Thank you so much, lovely ladies, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.